Welcomers till I'm dust, Arsenal till I die. Let's kick it off. Cards on show, press play.
Cockerel crows, cannon fires, two mics burning with matchday desire. I'm Jeddy, I bleed lily white, North London's finest, come on and fight. Got my Sorare team stacked up right, Spurs till I'm dust, that's just how I roll tonight. I'm Johno, Arsenal till I die, cannons roaring, aim for the sky. Wonder Kids, Wildcards, I call it first. Johno's always right, and Jeddy's always worse. Cock and cannon, here we go. Football, Sorare, cards on show. One's got class, one's just wrong. Rivals for real, but the banter's strong. Cock and cannon, kick it off. Packs to open, don't you dare log off.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 2 of the Cock and Cannon. My name is Jeddy. This is Johno.
Hello,
Just waving now.
just waving.
Audio listeners are like, what does he sound like? Don't know. Visual listeners can see a little hand up. How's your weekend been, Jono? Oh, last 2 weeks since we spoke.
Yeah, well, it's the summer holidays. We just spoke about it before we went live, but yeah, I'm at the end of my tether with my children, and I'm very excited for school to come back and real football to come back.
Yeah, I
We're
know,
nearly
right?
there. We're
We're,
nearly there.
we're almost there. It's
Yeah.
my eldest has got into the World Cup because he's a bit of a nerd, so he gets like super obsessed into things. So like we were at the football at the weekend, we were talking about added on time. He was like, "Oh, there might be like 29 minutes like there was in the Iraq game when they had a power cut," and I was like, "How do you remember this 29 minutes added on time specifically in that game?" But he was very excited that the championship started this weekend. He was like, "Oh, we can watch the Blackburn game at 8 o'clock," because he likes the idea of staying up late to watch the games because it's late in the bedtime. And I was like, "Mate, not all football is on ITV and BBC like the World Cup is. Like,
Yeah.
you're in for a sad realization about how much it costs to watch all football." And that was it then, with floods of tears. He was like, "I can't watch football again for 4 years." I was like, "Well, we got Nations League." And then so
Bless him.
so that was it. He went on, started looking at Nations League, and then he was like, "Yeah, but Dad, Wales have got like a terrible group. We're going to lose every game." And that was it then, floods of tears. I was like, "Yeah, but they're in Nations League A. Let's just be happy that they're in."
Yeah, at least it's
A."
preparing him for the rest of his life, I guess. You know, if Wales start off badly, don't give him a little bit of false hope. At least he hasn't got to live through like the Ramsey and Bale phase, you know.
Yeah, or the good face.
Mm.
He The trouble is, he's like Wenglish. He identifies, because obviously we're English. He identifies as both. But he uses "we" for both as well. So then I don't know which one he's talking about at which time.
Just the collective we.
Yeah, just a collective "we." So most recently, Arsenal. They obviously won the Friendly Cup.
Oh, did they? I didn't know. Never heard.
No, not been
Yeah.
been busy either.
Must be small news, that one. Must be small news. Just the Arsenal taking down a trophy. Just water is wet, I guess, and the sky is blue.
Oh,
These
okay.
things, it's
So-
what it is these days, right?
So we count that as a trophy, do we? Is that
It's just dynasty stuff, mate. It's stuff that Spurs wouldn't understand, don't worry. It's just dynasty stuff. Just out here doing dynasty stuff, that's all.
well, I mean, we have won 70 Friendly Cups. 70? I was 7.
I'll tell you what, you are the expert
What's the
on
Audi
friendly
Cup?
cups then. So maybe we should be speaking to you about this, not me, because we haven't won that many friendly cups. I'm pretty sure we've lost our friendly cup for the last God knows how many years. We lose the game and then play penalties anyway. It doesn't make any sense. The Emirates Cup, what is that? Just saying.
I don't.
Like we lost or we drew, and then they're just having a penalty shootout at the end. And I get it. It's like to practice penalties in some kind of pressure situation, but like there's no pressure.
No, I know, right?
It is literally no pressure. There's like a 17-year-old playing right back who's never played a minute for the club. There's no pressure.
Yeah,
But
I always find penalties in friendlies
Very
interesting.
odd. Yeah, very odd.
It's strange, isn't it? It's like I mean, I haven't seen. I saw a compilation the other day of I can't remember, Newcastle were playing, but like they were like smashing them over the bar and all sorts. I was like, Surely you're just doing Panenkas and all sorts in a friendly shootout. You can do whatever you
Yeah.
want.
Blindfolded penalties.
Not run up and Gabriella over the bar.
All right, enough of that. Yeah, but no, it was good. We won a cup, or not a cup, a shield, a
Yeah,
plate. We won
yeah.
a
Which
plate.
which which I see Declan Rice needed to learn how shields work when he lifted it and smacked
Yeah,
himself in the face with a stand.
but you can only beat what's in front of you. We absolutely smashed up City. I feel like City. It's going to be long for City this season. I feel like it might be a bit long for them. I know it's only the first match, but I feel like we've seen enough of Maresca in the Premier League. We know what he's about. And I don't know,
Yeah,
mate. Yeah, I feel like the writing's on the wall for that club. I feel like we might see a cheeky £150 million purchase in the next week, just as a panic buy. It's got
the,
City written all over it, hasn't it? Oh no, what are we going to do? Uh, Barcola. Here you go. Come here, mate. Come here.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
that'll be what happens next.
It's got to be. Um, it's got to be something. Donnarumma was. I don't know what he was doing. He just fell over for two of the goals, didn't
Odegaard sat him down,
he? Yeah,
gave him the
everyone
eyes,
he
looked
was just
across
like,
goals, and then he was like,
just collapsed to the side.
"Yeah,
I was like, mate, you're
uh,
like 8 foot. Why are you just hitting the deck?
yeah." It was
Surely you
good
can
though.
spread your legs.
Yeah, it was good though. It was a good game to watch. We looked good. We played good football, and it's nice to see some of the players that came in giving the manager a bit of a headache. Like Miles Lewis-Skelly, for instance. You go spend 75 million on Bruno, and then you look at the team and you go, I don't know. Bruno gets in that team, mate, with next to Declan
Mm.
Rice, because every time Skelly's played since the end of last season on the run-in, pre-season's been fantastic, and then the ball for Calafiori's goal at the start.
Oh,
Oh my
mm.
God! Like players just don't see passes like that. He's special, that boy. He is special.
Yeah, yeah, I think maybe that is his like I haven't. He's been. I thought there's been a lot of hype over him when he's been playing at fullback, but like he has looked good when he's gone to the middle of the park, much better than I think he
Yeah, I
was.
think it was his natural position. I think the only reason he got in at left back was because
Yeah, because you were so
we had
short.
nothing, and he was technically good enough to play anywhere on the pitch. So, but yeah, no,
But
he's class, mate. Absolutely class. Love a bit of Miles Lewis-Skelly.
yeah, I do, I do. When I see the MLS initials, though, I immediately assume we're talking about the
Yeah,
league, and then I'm like, wait,
yeah.
we've got to recalibrate.
Every
Like
time.
it's like when I go LWB for Luca Williams Barnett, and everyone's like
Mm.
left wing back.
Every time you've sent me that abbreviation, I've had to stop and go,
Who's the left wing back?
left wing back? Didn't he just move? I can't remember. Oh wait, hang on, it's that rookie
Hang on, it's
chasing
that
it. That's
rookie.
the
Yeah,
one. That's
exactly.
the one.
That's the lad. Arsenal the best team in the country now. Then I know you're going to say yes, but
It's undecided yet. Maybe we need to see how Liverpool and Chelsea come out. That's what
how
I'm
do you?
saying. Like, I still think that we should win the league, but we've never gone back to back ever. So it's not something we can say it's granted. And Chelsea and Liverpool are like the unknown right now, right? Like especially Chelsea, they are like fully the unknown. We don't know how Chelsea are going to play. They've only got one or two competitive games a week. Like most of the time, it's going to be one, isn't it? Just the league, and then they're going to have the odd cup game and stuff. So, yeah, Chelsea are going to be dangerous. I think. Depends how their signings do, and yeah, Liverpool I think as well. We're still going to sign a couple more players I think before the window shuts. So I think it's silly to write them two clubs off. I don't see Man United pushing for the league just because they're now playing again. It's twice as many games last season, isn't it, with the Europe coming into it? So I mean they've made some good signings. I think Spurs will be up in the top eight to four maybe.
I think it'd be
It'll be a good season
top
for
eight
you
to
guys, I
12.
think. Yeah. But no, yeah, like we should. We've strengthened. I don't know if we're going to buy anybody else. I think we might be done. Not because we don't need anybody else, but because I don't think we're just going to go and get someone for the sake of it. Yeah, I don't know. I think it all depends on the injuries that we pick up again in the next couple of weeks. Because I think Ben White might even be injured again after yesterday. He was like holding his hamstring at the end of the game and stuff. So we have absolutely no right back. Mosquera then goes right back, and then we have no centre back to cover from Mosquera when Saliba's out. So it's one of them, innit? One of
Yeah,
those.
I I've been seeing a lot talking of the Chelsea stuff. I've been seeing a lot online from Talksport with the likes of Roy Jones and Jason Cundy saying that Chelsea are going to challenge for the title, and everyone going nuts. But like you said, they've got one game a week, right?
Yeah, that's it. Yep.
Right.
If they win a couple against a couple of big teams at the start of the season, like say they play us, beat us, say they play Liverpool, beat Liverpool, um, I don't think that we're going to go like on some mad tear and not drop points. We just will. It's the Premier League at the end of the day, isn't it? It's difficult. There's some unknowns with the new teams coming up. We've not played them, some of them for years. So yeah, I think I'm not that sort of fan to sit here at the start of the season and go, yeah, it's wrapped up. We've not even bloody started a match yet. What happens if David Raya fucking breaks his ankle and is out for half a season? What happens if, Bukayo Saka does an ACL and Kai Havertz is out again for 6 months? You just don't know, do you? You haven't got a fucking clue. So yeah,
Yeah, I
I don't know, but hopefully, because we do look good.
yeah. I mean,
So
judging by looking at the preseason, I've obviously not watched a lot. I don't. Outside of a hate watch, I'm never really going to tune into an Arsenal game. Uh, so I obviously haven't been, watching. I saw the highlights of the Friendly Cup, and yeah, he just. I mean, Man City were seems pretty woeful, especially without a Rodri and
well,
Donnarumma just
he's
collapsing.
that's a Barcelona done deal now, isn't it, Rodri? See that
Yeah,
yesterday? Yeah.
he was there, right? So
Also, I think we should spare a moment for the Newcastle fans up the tune and that after seeing Bruno with some silverware. Um,
what
don't want to rub it in,
one
but
game for
like
Arsenal, silverware, 4 years at Newcastle.
he's looking a bit happier at the moment, and he's there going, "Oh, let's get some more." I'm thinking, mate, like Newcastle aren't even cold yet. Do you know what I mean? They're not even cold. Leave them. Stop
Yeah,
it.
I thought he was the Geordie Brazilian. What's happened to him? He's
Mate, he
like
played half that
suddenly.
match and was crap, and then all the cameraman did afterwards was just follow him round, like,
Yeah,
"Hey,
yeah, I
we've
know.
got some content here."
We're gonna get some
Um,
viral stuff out of this.
but yeah, rest in peace, our Geordie brothers.
He's a Cockney Brazilian now. That's what he's gonna be in jelly deals and all sorts.
You cutting me bleeds Arsenal, mate.
Yeah, that's it. Does he? Yeah, you obviously mentioned he didn't. He played a half. By all accounts, not great. Where's it? Where's he? I know that we touched on it last episode, but where does he feature, especially if MLS is going to be boss in the center of the park?
He's probably just going to start against next to Declan Rice, to be honest with you, and we'll just not use Skelly as much as we should do, even though that's not the right thing to do.
Yeah,
Um, I don't know. It's difficult. Like maybe we'll actually rotate this season. Maybe when we have like an easier game, we're playing, Hull away or something. Maybe he won't start Declan and he'll start Bruno there next to Skelly or something. Do you know what I mean? Like I don't know.
yeah, like a three
All
like a
I know
three-way
is yeah.
rotation.
All I know is it's not a bad thing to have. Like we're absolutely stacked. If anybody, whoever plays, is a good player. I mean, you've even got like Marino, Zubimendi. We're not even talking about. You've got other youngsters still coming through. Kai Havertz can drop back and play in the mid. Odegaard can sometimes play in a second pivot. So we've the center of the park now. We are absolutely chock a block full of options, and I think they're all good and they all offer you something completely different as well. So yeah, brilliant signing from Arsenal on the Bruno.
So you're not concerned about the Friendly Cup curse in that only City in the last like 15 years have won the Friendly Cup and then the Premier League in the same
City have
season.
won most of the leagues in the last 15 years, though. So if we do all this kind of stat analogy, their name will pop up on basically everything.
Yeah, but I mean,
Yeah.
it's just that that's the only time they won it once, and then they won
The
the league
agenda's already
3 times.
started. Not even kicked a ball yet. The agenda's already started. Oh, they won that, so that means they're losing the league now, guys. All right.
It could, I mean, it's only been once in 15 years if you believe
Yeah.
in
So we're just
curses. I
massive,
see
mate.
Arsenal
We're just
fans.
absolutely massive. We're everywhere. We're all over. Like, we win that, and everyone's like, "Oh, they're losing the league now because of this."
Yeah, you reckon?
There's nothing
Uh,
else to talk about. It's
Hey,
transfer, so it's
I
the
know.
transfer window, isn't it?
Yeah, well, I know exactly what it's like. Being massive as a Spurs fan. We've been in everybody's mouths over spending money. PSR. I still have my daily PSR debates on Twitter X, whatever we're calling it. So that's all I see now is Villa and Newcastle fans.
Crying.
Yeah,
Oh.
I saw one today because I think a Spurs person had shared most points in the Premier League, and Spurs sitting fifth ahead of Man City. And they were like, "Oh, football didn't start in 1992," and then shared the all-time points, which puts Villa in the top six. And I was like, Tottenham weren't even allowed in the league until 1908 when we got put into the second division. So like, let's not you know count the 20 years that it was just the northern clubs in the league. But I'm not going to get in that debate.
That's for another episode, that one.
Yeah, yeah, I
That's
won't find a
opening a
thing.
can of worms.
Yeah, exactly. I'll go on a right old rant. Solis, how's he? He seems to have had a good
He's a
pre-season. He's
boy.
banging him in
He's
from
a
front, isn't
boy.
he?
Honestly, it's like it's so we lost Trossard, which was everyone was saying. I feel like we're gonna really miss him this season. His output that he gives us, and especially in the big games and stuff like that. but we've just gone and got a cracked out Trossard. That's all we've done. Like we've seen what he's been like through playing Sorare over the last few years. It's no surprise to us. We know he's a direct attacking guy who gets lots of goals and assists. You know he takes set pieces because he scores absolutely fucking unbelievably on Sorare and has done for years. So when he come over, it was for me. It wasn't a case of will he succeed. It will just be will he still score up 90 to 100 points on Sorare? Like we all knew he was going to come in. He's coming into the best side in the league. He's direct. He always takes his man, or he can go left, he can go right, he can cross the ball, he can whip a ball, he can shoot, he can pass. The pass to Odegaard yesterday as well. I think people are sleeping on that one a little bit. Like the way that he just made that slight acceleration to get the ball through two players. Odegaard did the rest of it. He took the massive good touch and then did the keeper with the eyes and slotted it in. But the way that Solis cut in and did that pass, we've seen Trossard not do that so many times. Stop, cut back, go back. We've seen Martinelli do that so many times. Stop, come back. It was just when he gets the ball, when you're watching him, there's none of this. Let's cut back and keep our shape. As he's going right, let's attack this dude in front of me and see if I can make something happen. And he's got a goal or assist in every single match he's played so far. He's been absolutely unbelievable. So yeah, what a signing for 35 mil.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he seems to have hit the ground running. Obviously, we'll see. We'll see how it goes in the Premier League. But like, I saw a post around like the top contributors, goals and assist wise, and for each team during pre-season, and he was well
Yeah,
up
he's
there in
a
terms of
yeah.
output,
So
which is what
definitely
you want.
definitely a slept on signing. I think again, I think like those of us in the know knew that it was going to be a good signing. Will he get 40 goals and assists this season? No, he won't. But if he gets 15 to 20, that's absolutely
Oh,
perfect output for a winger in the Premier League. So for a top team. So if he does that, brilliant. With Martinelli getting another 10 to 15 probably on that side as well, goals and assists. I honestly don't think we're going to sign a left winger. I think we spoke last time and I said we'll lose both those players and we'll sign two more. But if Martinelli doesn't want to go and we're going to have to pay 120 million to get somebody in, they have to be better than Martinelli. And I don't think that there's anybody that we can sign for 120 million that comes in and is better than Martinelli in the Arsenal team. Not a better footballer, but someone who will run up and down that byline the whole time he's on. Someone that will play for the club. He knows everybody. Like he's good with the other Brazilians. So it's one of those ones, isn't it? It's like, do you get rid of him? Well, they don't even get rid of him. He's still got to leave. Like he's still got a contract. So it's not like we sign somebody else and he immediately leaves and someone's paying money for him. So it's like, do you go and buy somebody else, upset that equilibrium, and probably not get a better output than what Martinelli's giving you anyway? I don't think so. So I honestly don't see us signing any more players. I think that is not because we don't need anybody else, but I just think just because there isn't anybody else available, I don't think we're going to sign anyone.
yeah, and like there's a thing to be said about destabilizing that equilibrium, right? Like we had Brennan Johnson, and everybody loved him player wise, not from a fan perspective. Like
Hmm.
I thought he did a great job. For us, if he's used right, he obviously hasn't done the stuff for Palace, and they've obviously quickly shipped him out to Everton. But like he was one of the favourites amongst the players, and like you ship him out, and then by all accounts, it caused all sorts of
Hmm.
issues internally. During that off the back of that January transfer window, we were already on the way down with Frank anyway, and then the form just like completely nosedived into the fact that he obviously had to go, even though he should have gone.
Yeah. I mean, it's a completely understated. You see what Chelsea are doing, bringing in Henderson and Welbeck. I can't see them getting 20 starts between them throughout the season. They'll probably get 30 appearances in total between them. But like I said, it's what they're going to do in the dressing room, the way they're going to show the younger players like what you should be doing, how you should be treating the club, how you should be treating the fans, how you should be treating all of your media duties, all this other stuff. It all goes into it. So yeah,
Yeah, it also sets a good example, right?
yeah, exactly that.
What does success look like for Arsenal this season?
Um, Winning the Premier League will come in very close and mounting a serious threat for the Champions League.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's got to be there or
Yeah.
thereabouts in the Champions League and
Um,
the Premier League.
there's obviously the questions will be asked. They go, "Oh, if you don't win a trophy this season, what happens?" Nothing. We just go back again next season.
Nothing. We've won a
No,
friendly cup, mate. What more do you want
like,
from us?
yeah, we've already won a trophy this season, so we don't have to worry about that now. But no, it's not a be all and end all. I still don't think that. I think we're at that point with how good the infrastructure is around the club. Everything's kind of right. And I think if we went a season without winning another trophy on top of what we've already won, of course, then I don't think it's like panic stations. There's no divine right to win anything. All the clubs are spending big money. All the clubs have top managers. Don't forget that 2 seasons ago, everyone was saying Arteta's a fucking fraud and it's his first job and he should never have been given it and all of this sort of stuff. And now everyone's saying we should be winning the league back to back. We've never done that in our history and we've had some unbelievable managers. So I think we need to slow down a little bit. Remember, he's still not been in the job a stupid amount of time. He's still really inexperienced, especially at doing what he's got to do now, and that is coming back after winning the league, going again, trying to get them players to be hungry, trying to get them players to want to do it again, and then try and do something that's never been done at the club before, and actually go and win the Champions League. I think you'd be tough to find an Arsenal fan this season that would rather win the Premier League over the Champions League.
Yeah. We
Yeah,
it's going to be a different thing, right? Like before Arteta and the team, it was all about winning the league for the first time for all of them, and getting that sort of proverbial monkey off your back. And yeah, this season they're obviously gonna have to reframe it. We had Richie McCaw come and do a talk, all black at our work, and they were like, we won it, and then everyone was sort of like, what do we do now? And then they were given the like nobody's done it back to back, and so like that's gonna have to be what Arteta
yeah,
is in some way, whether he's using a light bulb or whatever, but some way to get them to get into the mindset of like no Arsenal team's gone back to back in the Premier
yeah,
League era. So
yeah,
like let's be the first to do it, and then
yeah.
take the league. It's there's
Yeah,
we won
and
the
I-
last
and again, I think there's a lot of talk, not really. I don't think even really amongst fans. It's more just about pundits online and stuff, and people saying this could be a dynasty era for Arsenal and stuff like that. I personally don't see Arteta staying at Arsenal past potentially maybe the next 2 or 3 seasons. I don't see him being a 20-year manager at Arsenal, not because he doesn't love the club or anything, but because he's an ambitious person and there's definitely bigger clubs in the world than Arsenal that he has links to already, that he has played for, that he's worked with people and stuff like that. So his Barca, his PSG links and stuff like that. Wants to go manage one of them clubs, it's going to happen, right? There's nothing that we're going to be able to do to stop that. But it's nice to see that we've already got a replacement lined up when that does happen, because Cesc Fabregas talks about Arsenal like he wants to marry it. Oh my God. And what a cool, handsome man as well. You wouldn't mind him walking your club out, would you? Let
Oh
me
no,
tell
you
you.
wouldn't, know. You wouldn't mind him sat there in his trench coat.
He was talking lyrical. He was waxing lyrical about us. I saw on some clip on Twitter the other day after we played Como, and I was sat there going, "Is he auditioning here? Does he know
Mate,
something I don't know? Because this boy's coming in. I
maybe.
think he's going to win some trophies for my club. Let me tell you.
Well, Thierry Henry's done management. Why don't you get him in? All he
Not
talks about is
well.
Arsenal.
When he didn't win the gold medal at the Olympics with that squad, mad.
Yeah, oh, that was crazy, isn't it?
And then
That's,
do
I
you
think
remember he came
that's
out?
why he's gone to punditry.
They were all doing that dance, and all the French players, he come out. Ooh, ooh. He's like, mate, you lost. What are you doing? Thierry, come on, I love you, but cringe. Right, so enough about Arsenal. What about
Thank
Spurs?
God for that.
You're going to hear a lot more. How's the season going? Well, not the season going? How is the rebuild going? How's the pre-season going? And yeah, what are you seeing from De Zerbi's Spurs?
Uh, so I went to the game on Saturday, our preseason game against Hoffenheim, which was great. I took the boys and the wife. It was a family day out, I love my kids. I do more than anything else in the world. But when there's 2 minutes to go from the halftime break, and your eldest says, "I need a poo," and you go, "Great." So you're walking down. You're gonna as we get to the the tunnel bit, players come running out. I'm like, "Oh, here we go. We're gonna miss the second half." And then we had to queue for it. We get on there, and then he's sat on there. His head is where it's like one of those like sensor flushes, where you get up and it just automatically flushes for you. Well, his head is where the sensor is. So every time he leans a little bit, it just starts flushing. So I'm like, I've got no idea what's going on. And then he's like, "No, I'm trying to get it out. It's gonna cut." And I was like, I'm just trying to ask him the question. And then all the way home, he was like, "I can't believe you were telling me off because I wanted to have a poo." I was like, "I wasn't telling you off, right? Dada was just making sure if it wasn't going to come, that's fine. We can go back up." And in the end, we missed eight minutes. Luckily, it was a boring friendly, so I didn't miss any goals. But it was a good chance to see how Spurs are doing. We are using Kinski to absolutely bait the press, which there was a couple of times Kingsley would just hold onto the ball, wait for the players to come, pass it to one of the either one of the centre backs or one of the midfielders dropping deep, and you could hear audible gasps in the stadium, and like some of the people are like, "Just kick it out." So I think there is going to be a lot of Spurs fans needing to get used to that idea of like we've never been comfortable with people passing out of the back. I say we like general fan base.
Yeah.
Even under Ange, when like we would try and pass the ball out, all of those kind of things. Like one of the big things, even though it was under Frank's era, but Vicario ran out against Fulham, picked up the ball, and then his pass was terrible. But rather than boot it out, he tried playing a pass up straight to Harry Wilson, put it in an empty net, and like that's the lasting memory for most people about Vicario, who's obviously going to Juve on a season-long loan. But I think there are going to be a few times this season where it doesn't go right, and it didn't go right in the very next day when Maddison got the ball off Kinski on the penalty spot in our own box. Tried doing a little turn, lost the ball, ended up yanking the shorts of the attacker, gave away a penalty, and already everyone's on there like, why? What was he doing dropping so deep? Why are we getting the pass? So I think we're going to have a lot of that this year, and if it goes wrong too often, too early, I think there's going to be a lot of people on Kinski's back, whoever it might be, deep line midfielder or whatever. So I think we need to be very patient around De Zerbi getting this idea in. Like obviously it all makes sense. You want to draw the attackers out and then play the ball in behind. There's a few times when Kinski does wait on it and then he just gives the little dink over the top to the available midfielder or winger. But it is going to go wrong, and like that's the bit that concerns me is that I don't think the fan base as a whole is going to be able to deal with the fact that it's gone wrong, and it's going to cost us a point, 2 points here and there, where maybe even all 3 points, where we do try and play out of the back and lose the ball and concede. But I think we're gonna have to be comfortable with that because it's how De Zerbi wants, and if we're rebuilding the club and this is his image, then
Yeah.
we will got to get on board and accept the times that it goes wrong. But yeah, generally, Romero is despite some of the press as a world class defender, he is quality. He's done lots of good stuff at Spurs. He's done lots of reckless stuff. But yeah, I think it'll be a big miss. But Senesi and Van Hecker both looked very comfortable on the ball. They were both making really good progressive passes through the lines, which is one of the things that Romero did well. And then we've got Van de Ven to come back in, who doesn't really break the lines too much with his passing, but will do that with his burst of pace and energy to break that press as well. So I think we've got three really good centre backs there, and then Danso will cover as and when needed. He showed it against Brighton last year when he gave away the ball at the very end that like he's not the most comfortable on the ball, so I don't see him being used as often as the others. But I think the others should do well. Tonali absolutely ran the show. Granted, it was Hoffenheim, who aren't the strongest Bundesliga team in the world, but he was picking the ball up deep. He was the whole metronome of the team. Everything went through him. Even the first goal, it was his little ball down the line to Robertson, who got down the line, whipped the ball in to Richarlison, and so like everything was going through Tonali. I got his stats, like all of his individual stats, and then I was on ChatGPT. I was like, like here's the scoring matrix for Sorare. Here is Tonali stats. What would he have scored? And ChatGPT wouldn't help me out because it identified me as a teen and said I can't help you with fantasy gambling.
What?
Yeah, I know. I was like, I'm not a teen though. Like I've asked you umpteen questions about my children and all sorts. Like surely you can. It's easy
You're a
to identify
teen.
me. Yeah,
What
it's
the
not a teen. I was like, no, you need to go through our age verification process, which means you got to submit our ID. And I'm like, what? Like, why do I want to go and submit all my ID through ChatGPT just so you can answer me this quite simple maths calculation thing?
Like, you know what? I'll just wait for his first game and see what he scores. Fuck it.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
you're not having my
Well,
passport.
in the end, so I got into a petty argument, as I think is the running theme for me on most of these things.
Yeah.
So that was an hour wasted of my life that I'll never get back. And then I then went to Claude and was like, Claude, Here it is, and so it
What is
captures.
Claude? I've never heard of
Have you
Claude.
not used Claude?
No.
Claude's Anthropic AI. It's probably one of the best for like writing output. So yeah, I use that and for coding as well. Like I've coded a few. I'm coding a game at the minute for the kids through it. So like it's pretty good to use for
Fair enough.
that perspective. So like I
Hash-
prefer it to ChatGPT. Um,
Hashtag
so
not sponsored. Not sponsored.
yeah, no. But if they ever do want to sponsor the podcast, by all means, I'll be happy. Uh, and so I went to Claude, and Claude gave me it. It was like, oh, I think we worked his output to be like 61.2 without the DA. So yeah, he should be a solid score, better than his scores at Newcastle probably, but not. Yeah, maybe if we have even more control. There were a lot of times where we sat back and we were playing. We basically played a lot of preseason games where he will just field the whole starting 11, and then
Yeah.
the bench will be all of the kids, and
Yeah.
then he'll basically run all the players into the ground, and then we'll make a couple of substitutions in like the 80th minute or 88th minute, and then just to give the kids a little bit of a run out. And he did the same thing in the Sunday game against Hoffenheim as well, where he's basically just run them. Apart from Madison, who only played a half, but at least he's got some minutes now, which was good. And so yeah, I don't want to look into things too rosily given some of the teams we played, but undefeated in preseason. And so I think yeah, his imprint seems to be on the team, and we seem to be in a. I mean, I'm happy going into this season than I was under Thomas Frank
Yeah,
and
for
Frank
sure.
Ball, when like Frank was all about winning the second ball, and De Zerbi's like the second, like it's always a gamble. If I kick the ball up, like anything can happen. We can try and win the second ball, but it's a gamble, which is why he obviously wants to play out of the back because he
Yeah.
knows it's a more controllable situation. Which yeah, I would rather have that than the gamble of a second ball, which we never won last season and ended up where we were. So yeah, I think there's promising signs, and yeah, hopefully we can get off to a good start against Brentford.
Not too good though.
Oh, well, yeah, I think I think we'll get top six this year. Which yeah, I don't know if we want like with the we definitely don't want Conference League spot, but like if we can get Europa League again,
Who are you going to
win
beat
that
to
next
sixth
year.
though? Like, what team do you think will drop out of the top six for you to enter? You got to think you
Well,
got.
there's
Let's go. Let's try and name them. So you're Arsenal,
oh, so
Chelsea, Liverpool, Man United, City, Villa.
well, Villa have fallen away at times, so Villa have got to maintain the consistency again with Europe. So there could be a chance for them to slip out. I think Chelsea will probably do well. I think they'll probably get Champions League under Xavi Alonso, but like there was
It's got to
still
be Aston Villa or Man United. Then I think really they've got to be the team that you got to hope to try
yeah,
and take out.
or we've got to see how Liverpool do under Iriola, right? They're one of the unknowns in the top six. They could be incredible and uh and go and win, go and challenge for the title, or things don't work out early.
Yeah,
Depends on there's still a couple of weeks left of the window. I know a lot of their fans are saying they need more signings, so yeah, I think it's gonna be tight, but I think we can get into sixth. I don't think we're up at the Champions League yet. Chances are we probably finish seventh, eighth, but like I think there's a chance if things click and look as good as we have done in certain situations
I think for the project as
season.
well, it might be better off maybe to not get Champions League straight away. It
Oh
might
yeah,
be better off to be playing in Europa or Conference next season, just to not put that added pressure, that added extra strain on it. And that way you can then build again for another season, make the correct signings when you're back in Europe, and then push on for a season after that. Hopefully you don't do that. Hopefully you hit top four, and then you play Champions League football next season, and you end up 17th again.
oh
Hopefully that
yeah,
happens.
you look just 17th. You don't want us relegated, then you want
No,
us
no,
to
no,
keep in North
never,
London.
never, 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 never,
Oh, you guaranteed
never.
6 points each year, isn't it? Hopefully
Exactly. That's
that'd
it.
be that'd
And
be
and you beat City as well. So,
yeah, no, and we always
it's
beat City.
beneficial. It's beneficial for you guys to be in
Yeah,
the
I know,
league.
12 point swing in the title race.
Basically
I
won it for us.
yeah, I would I want to finish highly in the league, but I really want to beat Arsenal. Like I'm fed up of having zero hope for the North London derby. It's like one of my most
Yeah.
Pain memories. I remember watching when we won 1-0 against Harry Kane, scored the header near the end. Oh, jubilation scenes, but like we don't do it often enough. Like it's a derby game. We've got to be doing better in our London derbies and Chelsea as well. Like it's just both of them depressing.
Can't really say I can relate to that.
No,
Because we
it's all right
smash
for
you
you.
and Chelsea every time we play you at the minute, so it is what it is, though, right? I mean, we should probably speak about So Rare.
Yeah,
As this was supposed to be a So Rare podcast, wasn't it? And then me and you just
hey,
talk about
we
Spurs and
already
Arsenal. To be fair,
mentioned.
there's not a lot of So Rare to talk about right now. We're still waiting for the new season to start up, really. So
Yeah, and I've already mentioned like Tonali's potential score on So Rare. Like we're already part
exactly,
of the way in.
exactly,
How
exactly.
uh how are you finding? I know you're using sets a lot at the minute.
Yep, yeah.
Are you finding it as annoying as me trying to do lineups?
Yeah, yeah. Like I appreciate the fact that they gave us this extra time to play and to farm some gems and stuff. But my God, living in the UK and playing MLS on sets is not the one. Like, especially during the summer holidays when it's been hot and I've been running after my kids and working. I'm knackered, like, and I can't stay awake till half 11, 12 o'clock. It sounds so bad, but I literally can't. Like, the one night I was sat there, and this is another thing that gets me, right? Little Jono rant for a second, right? These guys that are doing the predictions for MLS, do they watch their clubs? Right? Because I'm an Arsenal fan, yeah, and I don't go to all the games, so I don't pretend to be the biggest fucking Arsenal watcher, right? I can tell you 9 out of 11 players that will start guaranteed every single week without a shadow of a doubt. Like I will know who's injured, I will know who's not, I know who my manager is, I know his habits, you know the teams you're playing against. Why is it every single game is like 70% on the players? Sometimes it's 90%, right? This
Oh,
happened to me.
I'm
So I fell
making
asleep
guessing.
15 minutes before the lineup. Like I'm so angry about it still, right? I've woke up in the morning. I had 4 DMPs from one team. Like, how are you getting it that wrong? Right? Whoever is doing the predictions for Sorare Inside or whatever it is, right? We need to scrap it. We need to just go back to community. Do the community ones that So Rare Data used to do, where you reward people for doing good picks, give them cards and stuff, because these experts that are doing whatever they're doing on So Rare Inside haven't got an absolute Scooby what is going on. They haven't. It's absolutely stupid. And for Sorare to use it and have it on their app and it say 90%, like new players are coming in, it's saying this guy's definitely fucking starting. He's at 90%. Like this must be some official thing. No, it's some idiot who doesn't even watch the games telling you that these players are starting. Some guy who's never watched a match who just sits on Twitter all day long looking at stats. Like it has to be because they're so wrong all of the time. Ah,
Yeah,
anyway.
it's that or the MLS managers are just putting names in a hat and going, oh yeah, you're like Mike Bassett, England manager, was writing it on the back of a fag packet
Yeah.
or something. Like, oh, what's his name? Yeah, he'll go left back. Like,
It
it just
just
seems like a
can't be
random
though.
lottery.
It just can't be because like then you look at the lineup and you're like, you can get why that lineup's a lineup. Like, but like if you don't watch, do you know what I mean? It's just annoying. Like it's because there's been no
Yeah,
European
and
football. Like whenever
my
there's a European match, I've smashed it every time. But I'm struggling with the MLS. Not gonna lie.
yeah, and like for we always had an hour before. Now it's an hour and 15 minutes for the Premier League. But like the MLS lineups coming out, even when it was Leagues Cup, some lineups weren't out until like
Like 20 minutes before the
yeah,
games.
yeah,
Yeah,
or like even
yeah,
like I was one like 10 minutes before. I'm like, can I just get a confirmed
yeah,
lineup? Like I'm even having to go to Twitter because obviously then there's a lag
yeah.
or X and find the club page, try and find the team just to submit stupid lineup. I'm like, I just want to
Trying to
see who's
Google
playing.
translate it because half of the lineups are all in a different language and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, exactly. When you get
yeah.
that,
It's been a bit painful, but I have got up to like 150 odd gems. So I've managed to stash a little bit, so I've got like 15
nice.
silver packs for the next set.
Are
I've
you going silver for the next set then, or are you gonna?
Yeah, I won't be buying golds. My plan for the next set was to play completely for free and use the gems that I've got through this one. But I mean, it depends if they're going to give us any bonuses like they did at the start of the last ones, for collections and stuff, or they're going to give you a percentage of the bet gems you spent on the last one. That could give me a bit of a boost. And we've still got like a couple of weeks, haven't we, until well, about 3 weeks, I think, until the next one comes out.
Yeah, and they said
Two
they're
and a half
using both
weeks.
colors and summer camp for like that collection, or like even just colors. So if you were heavy in colors, I know we've obviously done both, but
But the
this should
difference
be a
is
bit
I've
of a
scrapped
boost.
a fucking shitload of stuff now.
You've just been scrapping it.
Yeah. Like for the World Cup stuff, the players that play in leagues that aren't covered in the new summer camp, I've just scrapped them all because in my head, getting the collection up for like for instance, I finished the MLS collection on sets. And that was literally just every time they refreshed the ratings, there'd be like Panda, like 5-star goalie for
Mm.
Rangers or whoever it is he plays for, gone straight away. Can't use him. What's the point in having him?
Well,
So,
I kept him because I was like, I'm gonna need him for the European games. I'm gonna need him because I might not have goalkeeper for the European, so I kept him around. Luckily, he stayed 5-star, and the Rangers games weren't even covered anyway, so I couldn't
no,
even
they
use him.
weren't. Yeah, exactly. I figured that
So
out after the first couple. I was like, well, they're not even usable. So I got rid of all of them. That gave me hundreds and hundreds of thousands. I literally got rid of so many players. Anyone that had a big enough injury to keep them out until the next set starts, so like William Saliba, Leonard Cole, players like that, I was just chucking, getting rid of them, and then using all of that essence to complete the MLS challenges. Because obviously at the end you're just getting gems, right? Like 5, 15, and 30, whatever it was. So in my head, I was like, it's worth losing the collection because they haven't really told us what we're gaining through the collection anyway. If they'd said to us like, if you have 90% collection on the World Cup, we'll give you 90 gems, I would have kept it, but they haven't. So what
yeah,
they're probably going to give me 15,000 essence or something, which isn't really going to be as helpful. So in my head, it was like, right, scrap everything you're not using, funnel all your essence into packs, try and complete the challenges because you're going to get gems for that. Try and make sure you're on every day doing all 4 wheel spins because you can potentially hit gems on the wheel, which I have done a couple of times. I've just not hit that many gems playing the actual set itself. Um, but I'm hoping with La Liga and stuff in the next couple of weeks, we should be able to get maybe 50 more. If I can get 50 more and be at 200 for the next set, I feel confident that I can play the next set for free and at least win £100. And then that £100 I will reinvest into the next set and any extra stuff I take over. Then potentially win a grand on the next set, funnel £100 back in, £900 profit, and just hopefully keep doing that. So I don't think you need to spend more than £100 if you're playing every single day, you're completing every single challenge, you're doing well in the game, and you're also taking advantage of all the gameplay and stuff that they're offering you up.
yeah. I think the other thing I found, and I get why they haven't, but like I really love, and this is probably like part of the OCD ADHD in me is I really love all of the other little missions, like the shinies or
Yeah.
each collecting certain. When we had it for the World Cup, it was like obviously like certain nation groups based on continent and stuff like that. Whereas this is basically just all of the MLS, all of Europe, like collect them,
Mm.
and then you're just like I'm just like I'm now like 100 players away from the next
Yeah,
thing.
like I completely agree, but I've thought about this the other day, and I think the reason they haven't done that is could you imagine the backlash they would have got if they had done that? And everyone would have been like, "We're not even able to win money right now, and you're like doing all these collection bonuses to tempt people into buying packs to complete their collections." But like that would 100% been a narrative if they'd done it. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
it made
that's
sense
the
for the World
other.
Cup because we could win a grand every single time fucking games kicked off. We can't win any money right now. So in my head, like I think that's why you haven't seen packs in the store either. So you think, do you remember in the World Cup we were getting rinsed? But if they were doing that now,
Oh
like
yeah, yeah,
Twitter
yeah.
would be going wild, the Discord would be crazy. So I think it's probably a good play that they haven't done that. It's annoying. Like I absolutely am pissed as well because when I get like a 10% a card and I don't get anything for it,
Yeah, I
I'm
know,
sat there
right? It's
like,
like that. I'm
this
like,
guy
yeah,
doesn't even play, and I don't even get 2,000 essence back to open two more craps for players that don't play. So yeah, I do get it, but I'm hoping that with the next set they just go like massive into it, make it like a Pokedex. You know what I mean? Like collect every single one of them, get all the different. Fuck it, add 2 more tiers of shinies in. Who cares? Like just make it stupid, make it dopamine fueled. That's what I want. I just want to log
yeah,
on
that's
every
it.
day, see that new player hit, and just get yeah, new
Oh man,
player. Come on,
nothing better than a new player.
oh, nothing better,
It's,
nothing better.
and then you get the new, and then you see addition, and you realize it's base, and you're like, for fuck's sake, scrap.
Fuck.
I know. Whereas like the only other bits are like Rising Flames. I've got two of three. Like I
Yeah,
can't even buy the third. Like I want, just give me the third one so I can get 3,000
yeah,
essence, just so I can spam a few more packs. Like
yeah.
I want to, because I've done like the European up to the end of the essence tier, and now I'm on to the like reward for another bronze pack, which
I
I'm
think
just
I'm
like I
on
feel like I've got a
five
ton
gems
of
is the next one for me. But
yeah, which
yeah,
I prefer playing like I prefer having the cards for the European, so like I should probably carry on getting some more so that I can get up to the actual playing gems. But then I see I'm now what 70 players away from the 15 gems of MLS. So I'm like, gosh, I'll just keep spamming MLS packs.
yeah. I had a theory with
Complete
this one
that.
that they were like new player theory was like a thing for me. It was like, especially with the MLS stuff, like it was getting towards the end and I was still getting a new player most packs. And I was like, this doesn't seem right. Like I shouldn't be getting a new player as often as I am. So I don't know whether they like coded it in that there's a X% chance for like new player every pack you open or something. 'Cause it did seem too easy for me to get to that top MLS tier. But for someone that doesn't buy gems, like I know the whales that play the game, like they'll still be buying gems now just to complete their collections because they're just fucking they don't care and they just want to complete something because it's fun, right?
I would love to kind of fuck you.
But the fact that I finished the MLS one, I just thought was a bit wild. Like it was 700 and something players, and I finished it like a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. And I was saving essence for a week and 2 weeks. I'm sat there like thinking like that was way too easy.
Yeah, I feel
Like,
like there's obviously so many more MLS players than are in that complete mission, right?
I think there was only like 20 more than the mission was to
Oh, was
complete.
there? I thought
Yeah.
it must
So
be
but
loads.
I haven't got like I think I've got two of the icons.
Yeah,
So
okay.
I've got every single shitter and the rest of the icons I just don't have. Um
I got Messi on a wheel.
yeah, me too. Icon spin on
Yeah, it must be.
Will,
Yeah,
yeah.
it must be like
Base Messi.
hard coded in, right?
Yeah.
Guaranteed to get your best base Messi on a wheel at some point.
How are you getting on with Pro? Have you hit any streaks yet? I know you've been playing you've been buying some lineups and stuff.
Yeah, so
Get the light
I
on.
haven't really done much in terms of like pro. Last year I did loads better on leaderboard than I did on streaks I buy because I buy very narrow. So I will like buy a collection and then I can't see the collection not be complete. Like it irks me when I scroll through and see like I've got one card left, and I'm like, oh, I've just got to go and buy it. I'm like, they're never going to play. Like, they're absolutely useless, or they're going to go, especially for like my Sparta Rotterdam collections, they're going to go down to like the Eredivisie or whatever. Like, I'm never going to be able to use them. But then I see like 31 of 32, and it so like there's one from a collection a few years ago with they only minted four of a player, so they fixed all of
Oof.
this season's collections, but they only minted four, and so nobody's going to sell him. And so then I'm like, oh,
Pain.
every time I scroll through, I just see 31 of 32, and it's like a dagger to the heart.
Yeah, at that point you just have to sell the other 31.
Yeah, just burn them
You
all to do it
can't you
on first,
can't
don't I? So then I'll at least get the comfort of still being like the best. Not that I think this is a title to behold, but the best
No,
Spartan
it is. It
collector.
is.
Uh, and so yeah, because I buy like really now, so like I buy all of Sparta Rotterdam, and then I'll start Eredivisie with them, and then I'll craft players or I'll win players, and maybe every now and then I'll buy some others that I'm okay with not completing the collection on. To add to it, I've always like I can get so far on streaks, but then because you've either got to skip a week or not, and then I haven't got the wide array of like the big players across all of the teams. So like I can't in good conscience own an Arsenal card, which I obviously offered you the Bruno G one for when you play from when you come into pro, but I at the minute he's just sat in the vault waiting for me to take him off my hands because I've even got like a Fabio Vieira card in Hamburg kit, but like he's at Arsenal and so I
Yeah.
feel like I need to do something with that to get it out. So like yeah, I'm never gonna have like the best Arsenal players in the Premier League because I couldn't bring myself to buy a Declan Rice card and then will him to do well. It's just even like FPL or anything like even on free to play, like somebody was posting up, do I use these? I had like three Arsenal players in, or do I use this without any Arsenal players? I was like, always like this Spurs fan, always
Always
go
not
left.
the
He
Arsenal
was like,
one.
yeah, but I can get a leg up on a couple of weeks. I was like, do you want a leg up or do you want self-respect? Like, you can't have both. When Arsenal are good, you've just got to sacrifice your own well-being and your own performance on the leaderboard, knowing that you stay true to your heart and you're
Whatever
not
helps you
sat there
sleep
going,
at
come
night,
on,
mate.
Declan.
Whatever helps you sleep at night.
Alf,
Come on, Declan, whip that free kick in, whip
yeah,
that
come on,
corner
Ben,
in.
top
Come
corner,
on,
go on,
come
go on,
on.
lad. Yes, they won against Coventry and Declan Rice scored. I'm like, no, I couldn't bring myself to do it. And my eldest tells me, he's like, oh, I'm sorry, Dad, I know you wouldn't like this, but Declan Rice is one of my favourite players. And I was like, oh. Every time I was like,
The
just
dagger.
yeah,
Oh,
just because you know his name, like, it doesn't have to be a favourite player. Just recognise him. It's like
that's so
being an
salty.
England kid. Yeah,
Well, just
like
because
come
you
on.
know his name, just because he's on a couple of adverts and been on the telly and that
Yeah,
stupid
like I
kid.
remember his Muller Rice advert.
Yeah.
So yeah, generally I've been going leaderboards. I've got just picked up, well, about to pick up £40 from my rare Sparta collection. Could have been the $500, but in true Sparta fashion, conceded against Telstar. in the 92nd minute, and then went on to score to make it 3-1. So, yeah, if that clean sheet, I would have been fifth, I think, which would have been the $500. So,
Damn.
yeah, that one's painful. Slipped down into, but yeah, still $50. So what's that? 39 pound.
Yeah, you take it, mate. Absolutely take it.
Yeah, tons of. I rolled over a load of essence, and in hindsight, maybe given that everything is times three now, I probably should have just burnt it on some better cards last year. But then I don't know what we're doing with classic. Like, I play All Star and Champion and things like that, but I just felt like it was better to roll forward however
Yeah,
many
I think so.
thousands
Yeah.
of essence I had to get more. So I'm currently sat at like 25,000 limited essence and 4,000 rare essence with.
What are you waiting to do? What are you going to craft? Like where are you going to craft?
Well, I think my percentages now are going to be really heavy with like Eredivisie. I've got a few bit of MLS, but then like some of it has come over as like Prem and La Liga and things like that. So I
Mm,
think I'm going to hold off for when they're all in and then
yeah.
chance my
But
arm
to be
at
fair,
it.
even the Eredivisie could do well for you. I mean, you're stacking like a lesser team, aren't you? So if you do pull a big card, you can just use that as your extra in your stack and stuff like that, and potentially win yourself some nice
Yeah,
amount of
exactly.
money.
Which is
So
what
yeah,
which is what I've done before when I got up a few. I did a few streaks and like won a couple of leaderboards with Sparta and then other players. And then like yeah, same for the Prem. Like crafted Bruno G, crafted like some other players. Is obviously if I craft an Arsenal player, you can usually buy it cheap. I'll go below floor, get out the door. But yeah, that's so streaks have never really worked for me because I'm like laser focused on being the number one Tottenham collector. So I overspend on a lot initially anyway, and then I've got to play with Tottenham, and as previous years have been woeful, it takes a little while to get going, generate the essence, and then win some cards that will actually work for me. And then I bought like the Ballon d'Or edition cards, so I got like a Virgil, an Allison, and then I did the same for like some of La Liga as well. So like yeah, I might then dabble in a few of those if I've earned a bit of money along the way. So yeah, I'm hoping Spurs can hit the ground running and I can get off to a good start in terms of buying that
yeah,
collection. But usually I buy Spurs limited and rare, but I've just bought limited this year because I don't have the fun like with the kids at school and things like that. I haven't got the funds to be messing around with the rare, even though I think rare leaderboards are probably underlooked this year. I've got
yeah.
rare Sparta Rotterdam because they were cheap enough for me to get involved, but
Yeah, I
they're
think that's the
probably
thing with Rare, isn't it? Like you saw so many success stories the last couple of years, especially in the new format of So Rare. Like, but it's just taking that leap to go up there, isn't it? And build that lineup. Like, but it's so like it is so underrated. Rare, like not enough people are playing it. So yeah, like you
yeah, which
said, we
is
saw
why
so many success stories last year. Like people's prices they paid for a lineup like 2 weeks down the line when it started, and then what they've won back, and it's just crazy. Like the return on that investment is mad.
yeah, and I had good wins with Spurs last year. Like, generally, I was up last year, which counteracts all of the previous years I've been down. But yeah, I just it was that players were £200. I was like, I don't have the available funds anymore to put £200 on a few on each of a few. So like best part of a grand or like 4
Yeah,
or 5 grand just to complete the Spurs collection. So I was like, I'll have to wait. Generally, they'll drop down to a reasonable price. So I think like I'll probably put my winnings into rare cards as I go throughout the year to complete the rare collection for Spurs will be my overall aim, and then hopefully still leave me with a bit of money to
yeah,
to roll into next year. But yeah, collection wise for the Spurs cards, I'm currently first, but I haven't completed the collection yet because I bought a load of the one-offs, and then there'll be the jersey mint editions for any of the cheaper players that I need.
You can find special
nice.
instructions in the help section of your Alexa app.
What is that?
Can you hear Alexa talking?
Yeah.
I don't know why she's chimed up.
I was
Good
like,
old
who's talking
Alexa.
to you?
Yeah,
Jeez.
she was like that. That is enough Spurs chat for
Yeah.
anybody.
You
So
have been speaking about Spurs for too long.
yeah, please stop.
Deactivating Alexa.
Yeah, I think that's it. They even turned Sorare into into Spurs. But yeah. So I'm fairly happy with the start. I've got that £39 back for some of the Sparta. So hopefully there'll be a couple of other good games for Sparta this year to help me out, and then hopefully when I start crafting on Tuesday, I'll return something. I've got 1,000 super rare essence as well to
Ooh,
hunt and maybe get lucky.
you could hit a star and sell that and
Oh,
relax and retire. Who knows, right?
maybe, mate, but you know how good my pack luck is on sets, physical
Yeah,
cards,
you'll probably
everything.
pull in a Kai Havertz super rare, mate.
Yeah, oh, well,
He's
probably.
shocking on so rare though. Like it's not even a good one. Like you still wouldn't really want that.
No,
You'd be
no. I mean, I
pissed. He
wouldn't want.
scores like 30 points a game.
I'll just return it for the 200 essence and just be like,
Yeah.
fine. I can't even bring it to enter my gallery. I'll turn 1,000 super rare essence into 200 super rare essence
Uh,
I can't use.
hilarious.
I know, right?
Um, did you want to move on to talking about some real cards,
Yeah.
some physical nature of cards? I believe you've got the £100 challenge this week.
I have, yeah. I was looking,
Nice.
so to mix it up so we didn't have the same sort of stuff, I thought I'd randomly like generate numbers ish uh and criteria. And I was looking, so my £40 for something that I have to own in my own collection would be a numbered LWB, Luca Williams Barnett. He
Would
started
that
off.
would that would that be from Flagship or would that be from his first Bowman from last season's
I would,
Chrome?
I, I would love, I would love his first Bowman auto, but that's a few £1,000.
Yeah,
So unfortunately, not within my realms. Like, the time I had Luca Williams Barnett and you pulled a redemption, I was like, I'm in, and then it was that Man City loan.
it was that other bloke, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry about
yeah.
that.
So yeah, and it'd probably be a numbered flagship. I'm not sure what the Bowmans are going for, but you can pick up some of the higher numbered Luca Williams Barnett in the region of £40. So that would be
Nice.
one that I would have to go for pick for my own. The potential might have gone up now, given that he's scored a brace at the weekend and won in the game. But I was thinking of a Will Lancashire auto from the EFL Eternity set when he's in his Oxford kit. That was you could
Yeah.
pick that up for 28, £29 on eBay, and
Probably
I
should
think
have now.
yeah,
Probably should have grabbed that.
yeah, I know. Like he was there. He's like, I found my home. Middlesbrough is it. And yeah, Spurs are probably maybe another clanger go. We'll see. But yeah, I think he's definitely going to do a good job in the championship. I think he's going to have a really big season for them. I sold a super rare card on So Rare for £60 that I bought for £30 like a few seasons ago. So I doubled my money, but now in hindsight, I'm like, I probably could have sold that for even more. It was like insta bought off me listing it. So I clearly underlisted it, but I had listed it £60 for like the last 2 years that I've owned it, and yeah, nobody's ever bought it. And then yeah, it was insta bought, and I was like, oh, maybe I should have held on.
Profits though. Take those.
Yeah, exactly. Profit is profit, and I needed profit. So yeah, then my so I was looking at like EFL type theme and going for like other potential options, and I was looking around at Jeremy Munger, who's gone to Man City, and
Yeah.
his prices have leapt well above when they were down around an ability to pick up. But yeah, I think he seems like he's got a bright future ahead of him. So think there could be some stuff to pick up there. And then from a like a £10 wild card for me, I'm trying to complete some of the Spurs WSL Eternity cards. I've got a lot of the numbered now, but I'm still like a couple of a rainbow short. So I've got the one of one summoner, so I would go for a numbered one of that if somebody gave me £100 and I had £10 left over to go and st-
Fair.
get a further way towards completing my rainbow. But as you know from your case break yesterday, it's really hard to get the cards you want out of any of these sets. I'm like really tempted to buy a box, and I just know I'm never going to hit. Like, I'm going to get
Yeah.
three autos. They're all going to be base. They're not going to be spares, and I'm going to be like well annoyed.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a tough set, that one. It's a tough set. Yeah, but the less said about that case break, the better, really.
Yeah, and
Um,
I mean every time I get Spurs, I'm like, right, this is it. I'm gonna get some more numbered towards my collection. I've got my little grid. I can tick them off as I go, and yeah, there was not a numbered Spurs in that whole case
no,
yesterday, and I was just like, oh mate,
1,000
throw
cards and only
me.
one of them was a Spurs hit. Mad.
Yeah, not even the Spurs I had. It was a base auto. I've got like three of anyway. I've
Yeah,
got so many of the base autos. I'm
fuming, absolutely fuming. But
disappointed. I was very excited for that set when after the
yeah.
EFL Eternity. I thought it's gonna be cool. I get into some Spurs women cards. And yeah, it's been nothing but disappointment.
So, but we have a lot of excitement coming soon, don't we? With the
We do.
flagship Premier League flagship is releasing at the start of September. The checklist's already out. We've been breaking the retail version on the channel, and it's been great. I've absolutely loved it. I think the cards are really good, really nice, valued product to be getting into. I think they've done really well with the retail this year. I think you literally got a 50% better chance this year of getting an auto in a pack than you did last year from pack
Good.
odds, which is huge. Like
Yeah, it's massive.
that's so big. We broke a few blaster cases of it. It was really, really good. I'm trying to lock in some product for when the hobby comes out because it's going to be an absolutely huge set. And yeah, some massive, like you said, with your Luca Williams Barnett. There's JJ Gabriel. There's some really, really big, and Madjo now as well. Alisson. You've got who's the other one at Villa? Manzambi. There's so many top rookies in this set. And again, like you saw what happened with Rio last season. He was in this set as a rookie. As the season went on, he didn't play many minutes and his prices dropped. And then towards the end of the season, he started smashing it again, got touted to go for England, and his prices flew back through the roof. So I feel like at the start of this season, there's a few rookies in this set people will sleep on. And then by the end of it, people will be going, do you remember when no one was chasing that guy in flagship and everyone was chasing JJ Gabriel? Do you know what I mean? There'll be one of those crystal moments that will happen. So yeah, really exciting time in the hobby. You've also got the Topps Premier League royalty coming out in the next week or so, which is like a real premium product. It's like a box that I don't know if you've seen them before. They open like sideways and it's got like encased cards and there's patch autos and match one patch autos and all this like on cards and all this other stuff. So that looks a really exciting set. I'm not sure we're going to be able to get involved in any of that just because of the price point and how hard it's going to be to get it.
Yeah,
But
looks
it's
good,
good to
doesn't it?
see, yeah, the Prem product still flying out.
Can I just say on flagship though, I thought the way that you did your base spots and your breaks was amazing. Like you did the little because it was obviously 40 boxes, 10 box base, 10 box base,
Yeah.
10 box base. I got two of those and we are about 26 cards away from my son
That's
completing the
not bad,
whole
is it? And
base
considering
set. Like
those base spots are what, 6, 7 quid
yeah, six,
each, you're
seven
thinking
pounds.
you
Like
pay £3.50 for a pack in
well, yeah,
Morrison's,
because we were
you
looking.
get 20
I bought
cards.
the
So
yeah, and I bought the starter set with it comes with one pack, gold card,
yeah,
and the binder, and then I looked at the other like pack, which is like 40 packs, and then it was like £14. I was like, I get more back. Like obviously you got the chance of other
yeah.
cards, not just base, but like he's already bent one of the cards. He's not going to be. He bent a Nico O'Reilly. I was like, I didn't mean to. I dropped it, tried to catch it, and bent it in half. So then, luckily, in the next set of base we got, there was another one. So I was like, keep an eye out for this one. So then we have to go through and like, yes, call out the numbers, put them into order.
Well, the good thing is with the hobby coming out, you'll be able to pick up the inserts and all sorts of things like that. I mean, it's the same inserts and base that will carry through to the hobby version of it. So we'll be seeing the same fucking Eli Krupe Jr. beast mode 25 times out of a hobby box too. Don't worry about that. So yeah,
I've got a
there's plenty
lot.
of time to collect all those
I've
inserts.
got a lot of Conor Gallagher beast modes. Don't you worry.
Jesus Christ, that's not what you want to see.
I know, right?
But yeah, but other than that, hobby wise, I think that's kind of everything. I think that's kind of it. That's what everyone's kind of looking at the moment. Panini, there's not really much moving with them at the moment. They've released a couple of sets over the last week. You've got England Luminance, France Luminance, which are national team sets. And they've actually just released, I don't know if you've seen people breaking it on the app, there's a England international blaster boxes that people are doing. Have you
Yeah,
seen
yeah, I saw
those?
that.
They've got
Quite nice.
downtowns in them. The first time ever there's been soccer card downtowns. Case hits,
That's cool.
which is cool because they're like huge case hits in the US, right? On US sports. Like they're
Yeah,
massive. They
yeah,
do
they're
great
big.
numbers. So yeah, stuff to sort of look at, but also well aware that Topps have probably got a ridiculous release window planned for the first couple of months of this hobby cycle. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see whether Topps are on a max extraction or we'll see if Topps are going to really grow this hobby out this year.
Yeah, they were pumping them out towards the end of last season, right?
Yeah, I think they just need to
Massive
concentrate on, like we saw it towards the end of the season with Pristine. They did with the patches in that they had on it like what game the patch was from,
Mm.
which we all know is a Futera thing. Futera like the front runners for any of that stuff. And I think like Topps are doing the right thing, like, and they are looking at what these other companies are doing. Then I think they're now realizing that on-card autos, match worn or player worn patches is a huge thing, but also just information like to tie people to loving that card. Like for instance, I remember with Futera, I packed my brother-in-law Trent, a patch for Trent, but it was worn on his birthday.
Oh,
Like
really?
not Trent's
That's
birthday, his birthday.
yeah,
So he's
yeah,
like, I can't ever get rid of that card because it's a player from my team, and he wore that kit on my birthday as well. Do you know what I mean? Like it's those sorts of things will just make cards more collectible, give people more reason to hold on, and it'll just yeah, and it'll help try and change the narrative as well. It's not just about how much the cards are worth, like in monetary value. It's sometimes about the journey to getting it, what it means to you, and yeah, those sort of things I think just really help.
yeah, and that's the thing. Tying it in real life, and like you said, you can create a connection. That's what you want to do with anything collectible is have have an affinity with it, because then even if the card is to all intents and purposes to everybody else worthless, it means something to you and your collection.
Yeah,
Like I've got umpteen worthless cards upstairs that I'm never gonna ever want to get rid of because like they mean something to me, which is what you want from a collector, which is why the price of certain things are high because the more people that have that affinity or a connection will then realize they want the card and that's obviously what drives up prices, right? And scarcity towards that. So yeah, I think the more they can do with those kind of dated things, that's what I loved on my Futera Spurs ones was seeing what game they were.
yeah.
Granted, like I got Timo Werner one from when we lost to Man City in the cup, but I have to relive that disappointment over and over again every time I look at it. A, Timo Werner, and B, the fact that we lost in the cup. But yeah, it gives me a feeling at least.
But the thing is, at least you know what I mean? Like when it just says player worn, it could just be that player's just walked into a room, put on 10 different t-shirts in front of them, and that is it. Then they can make a billion different player worn patches. But the fact, worn in this match against this team on this date, you can even go back, like especially if the players scored in that match or something as well, or got an assist or something. You go, no, this was the pair of boxer shorts he was wearing when he crossed that ball in and Haaland headed it in.
Yeah, yeah, and that's the thing with the match one. Like when I first started buying physical cards, I was getting like select patches, not realizing that they're not associated from anything, and they are
No,
effectively just a napkin for anything. I was like, oh, that's cool. Like the player is in so, and yeah, I didn't realize
yeah.
until I was already like I don't know 15, 20 cards in my patch. I still got them, still like them, but yeah, I feel like I was like, oh yeah, no wonder they were only like £9 or whatever I was paying for them.
Yeah, I mean, like no matter how much we all love Panini, though, you can see why Topps have done how well they are doing, and you can see why that they have all the licenses now, and Panini don't really have a leg to stand on because Panini were quite happy every single year, and they're still doing it. Like with Panini Noir, that's like an 800, £900 hobby box, non-associated patches throughout it.
Mm.
Like do better, do better. Like you're charging people out of their ass for these boxes. Like normal people can't get these boxes,
No,
but the
yeah,
resale of the cards is shit because you've just stuck a blue patch in there. Like I just brought. Let me see if I can get one for the camera to show people who don't really understand what we're talking about. I just picked up a new patch. Let me get my light back on.
yeah, but like with anything, right? If you're charging a premium, you need to deliver a premium service.
Like,
Oh,
what's the point?
it's the lever. Yeah, yeah,
It's from Noir. This is like one of the premium Panini sets. It's a Noir Road to the World Cup card.
yeah. And then
Non-associated patch, not player
you got
worn. It's authentic memorabilia. What do you mean by that? It's
yeah,
a
yeah. What?
t-shirt that you brought from David O. Jones or like JD Sports or whatever,
Yeah,
Like
cut a section out of it, and then yeah,
yeah. So like you say, they look so cool, and then when you actually deep it, you're like, it's just like a random bit of material is stuck in that card, and they've just put his face on it. So yeah, you can see why Topps are taking over the market. You can see why the hobby's growing at the speed it is, and it hasn't grown like this because Topps are putting that extra bit of effort. I'm not glazing Topps at all because I'm not a fan of the practices and how they do things and the blatant good boxes they send out to certain influence and stuff. Like it's so obvious that it hurts my soul. But you can't knock the effort they're putting in. You can't knock the improvements they've made, and you can't knock the quality of the products that they release. So yeah, one of those, isn't it?
Yeah, and that's why it's difficult on some of them without the licenses, but where they've got like licenses and stuff, that's what I love with the Futera ones. Like you've got, it's match worn, it gives you all the info, like the cards and designs look really cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, they obviously just don't carry that same weight. To wrap up then,
Yes.
predictions, Premier League starts. Where do we think Arsenal are finishing in the title race? What are you sticking your
First.
neck
I'm
on?
gonna go first. Yeah.
Yeah, I think first. And Spurs for me, yeah, I think I would, love it, but I think yeah, I think we'll squeeze sixth.
Yeah, I was gonna say before you even said that, I was thinking I'll give you sixth. I think one of the Man United or Villa will drop out of the top six.
Yeah, I said no hedging, so I'm gonna. I said sixth and seventh. I'm gonna stick my neck out on the line and say sixth.
I mean, it's a massive improvement, isn't it? You have to take it, like I said, and then you
Yeah, I mean,
build on that
yeah, there's
next year, right?
not many teams go 11 places up.
Yeah.
Uh, Arsenal's player of the season.
I'm gonna say Bukayo Saka. I think I said this last time, didn't I?
Yeah, I
As
think
well.
you're
Yeah.
expecting to.
Yeah, I'm expecting big things from him. But I'm not going to go out there and be like, "Oh, Christos Solis will be our best player." I think Saka is going to have a crazy good season. If he can stay fit and stay hungry, yeah, I think he's going to be unreal for us this year.
I am going to pick Tell. I think Mathis Tell's going to
Ooh.
have a good season. I know we're still in for Savinho and things like that, but he's looked good in pre-season. He gave a little flick off 1 foot pass through to Mikey Moore to score, and I'm hoping Mikey Moore hangs around, but looks like it could still go out on loan. But yeah, I think Tell's gonna have a really good season this year. So that's cue him getting an injury 2 games into the season. What card set or product do you think collectors should be watching out for?
Definitely flagship Premier League, Topps Premier League flagship hobby when that releases, definitely one to look out for. Again, like if you want to get involved in the retail stuff that you can buy in Morrison's and Sports Direct and Tesco and all this sort of stuff, go ahead and do it. Get your kids involved in the hobby. But when the real hobby boxes come out at the start of September, get yourself into some breaks, because you won't be able to buy the boxes cheap at all. Try and grab yourself a cheap little spot in someone's. Mine, if you want to come in, I always do PYT so people can pick the teams that they want to buy. And we always run it from £1, so the community and the audience set the price. But yeah, I would say definitely have a look at some breaks when the new set comes out to start us off, because the prices of the cards on secondary will be inflated. We all know that. If you hit a card in a new set, you want to sell it straight away, so the price is always up. So I'd say yeah, when that comes out, find yourself a little friendly, trustworthy, cheap breaker to get involved with. Have a little gamble, try and hit yourself a couple of things, and then if not, once the set's been out for about 3 to 4 weeks, you should start being able to pick up parallels and autos of cards that you want for like a reasonable price. So yeah, I would say definitely flagship. We saw it last year with how it boosted the hobby, and I think we're even bigger. We're off the back of a World Cup. So yeah, it's going to be a big year for the hobby.
Sounds good. And then I think we'll do scores for the upcoming games. What's your prediction for Arsenal Coventry?
I'm going to go 2-0.
Only two. I was gonna go 3 now. I'm bigger than you on it.
No, I think Coventry are organised team. I think yeah, I don't, just because they're promoted, I don't think we're going to go out there and absolutely demolish them. Again, we've still got some players needing to pick up some fitness like Rice and Saka. We're still without Saliba, so we're not going to be as gun ho as we should be, because we'll get hit on the break with some pace. So yeah, I think 2-0, 2-0 or 3-1, something like that.
Yeah. I think Coventry will probably be one of the promoted teams that stay up. Like I think they'll be, I don't know, 15th, 16th ish. So I think they'll surprise a few this season.
Yeah.
And then Spurs, I am going for a 2-2 draw.
Who have you got in the first game?
Brentford. Sorry, I should have told you.
Brentford. Fair.
Away at Brentford.
Away at Brentford, yeah. 2-2. Conceding 2 on the opening day.
Yeah, I reckon I've already forecast that, haven't I? We're going to concede one pass now from the back, and then
Oh, right. Yeah. Of
we'll
course,
concede
yeah.
another one.
Yeah.
So
Makes sense.
yeah, I reckon we'll 2-2 draw probably.
Yeah, I can see that happening, mate. I can see a little Desmond. Definitely.
What's your prediction? We'll see who's best.
I'm gonna go Spurs 2-0 win.
Oof.
New
Hopefully
manager
you're-
bounce.
Hopefully you're right then.
I think the vibes are high with Spurs right now. I think you'll be all right.
Yeah, I think we'll do. I
2-0.
think we'll do all right. I just think, yeah, like Brentford, he did well with them last year. I think it might be a tricky start than people realise. Hopefully, I'm just being overly pessimistic.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah, well, I hope we can do. I'm sure you're like, yeah, good. 2-2 draw sounds good.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's all from Jeddy and Johno. Thanks for listening to the Cock and Cannon, and we'll come back into your ears in about 2 weeks' time.
All right, sweet. Cheers, guys.